I was really looking forward to today's live stream from the Star Wars team. It's May 2025, a big milestone year for one of my all-time favorite films, Revenge of the Sith. And I feel like Sith has been kind of neglected in terms of Black Series, Vintage Collection figure offerings. There wasn't any better time, no greater opportunity than to showcase all the essential characters that we still need from Sith. And it's wild because it's Star Wars Celebration. There are a lot of big applause, lots of excitement. Revenge of the Sith is actually in the top 5 of movies right now. It was number 2 at the box office last week. That's crazy. So Sith Fever is back, baby. That meant we were going to see a bunch of cool stuff. Did the Hasbro Star Wars team let me down? Did they disappoint me? Did they fail me for the last time? Let's find out with these reveals right now. What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. So here's the funny thing about an anniversary or a milestone. You actually know when it's coming beforehand. And this is really key and important when I'm talking about a figure company when they're celebrating a big milestone. So if you're married, if you've been married for 7 years, you know 3 years from now, hey, this 10th anniversary is coming up. I need to have that on the horizon as something to plan for. Hey, when you're turning 21 3 years from now, you're starting to set up some plans. If you're about to turn 50, oh yeah, I'm going to do a big blowout for it. You know when this stuff is happening. It doesn't come like, hey, did you know today is your 50th anniversary? No, I did not. Same deal when you're a figure company and there's a big 20th anniversary for a big movie. Star Wars Celebration was going nuts for Revenge of the Sith. And in the movie theaters, the re-release, the number 2 movie in America, craziness. I mean, there were big movies that came out, and somehow Revenge of the Sith was number 2, standing almost tall at the box office, which is wild. Why it felt like the Hasbro team got caught with their pants down once again with another big anniversary. It's like, what are y'all doing? You know this stuff is coming. Prepare. Have an onslaught of Andor, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, the sequel trilogies, any other time. When there's a big anniversary, when there's a big milestone, make that year about the characters, the figures from that film or that TV show for that matter. So there's a bunch of stuff they showed at Star Wars Celebration. Lots of really good stuff. So impressed with that Han Solo and Chewbacca. That was an immediate pre-order. It's like, these look great. I've got to get them right away. And they showed some other cool stuff. But let's break down today's reveals, not all the recap, because they spent a lot of time talking about the stuff they showed then, which I'm like, you all know Star Wars fans were watching Star Wars Celebration. It's Star Wars figure fans we're watching to see the figures that got unveiled. And it's like, why are we recapping this stuff? Let me just go through some of the highlights of the new reveals for vintage collection collectors. Tongue twister nailed. There was some really cool stuff. And if I was into vintage collection, I would be excited because they showed off this really cool 3-pack of original trilogy figures. We got a Sand Trooper from Star Wars / A New Hope. I will always call it that. It's always Star Wars to me. And then from Empire Strikes Back, another one of my favorite movies, we've got a Snow Trooper. And the Snow Trooper back in the vintage collection has me very excited about the possibilities of returning to the Black Series line, of which I will proceed to buy a gazillion of them for the next time my area gets a massive snowstorm, because I cannot wait. Anyway, when we got the Scout Trooper from Return of the Jedi, very cool 3-pack, a little bit of something for everyone there. That's cool. Really dug it. Next up, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this is really cool. This figure looks awesome. I wasn't quite sure about the Alec Guinness likeness, and then I kind of zoomed in a little bit more. I was like, yeah, okay, I see it. And he's got his Jedi cloak, soft goods, and this lower piece of his robe set up here, his tunic, I guess this is robe. Anyway, that's soft goods, so it's not hindering any of his articulation. Can I dig this pose because he's actually reaching for his lightsaber. Check your arms at the door, please, or else this Jedi Knight is going to slice him off. So he looks really good. And I was like, this is some solid quality stuff. The vintage collection fans, I always find it funny because Black Series collectors go, hey, y'all got this before us. And then vintage collecting collectors go, but you all got this figure first. So it's just give and take because we all want what the other one is getting. But I thought these were two really nice reveals. Then they also showed us a regular stormtrooper, so you can army build the mess out of them. This is a really nice looking stormtrooper, solid articulation, just a clean looking figure. I thought they did a nice job with this. So a really good army builder figure. Good stuff. I mean, if you're checking for the vintage collection fans, if you happen to be a New Hope Star Wars fan, you were satisfied. But again, the lack of Revenge of the Sith product for vintage collection on this milestone year was perplexing. It's like, what are we doing? Why are we even celebrating a milestone to some extent and then totally ignoring it for one line? Really curious decisions there, and I did not quite understand it. Then the last thing they showed was not something associated with Revenge of the Sith. It's this that ties into their Haslab. I think they do a really good job with that. Maybe they need to focus their Haslabs on the big milestones as they continue to come up. We got this new old school based on the Kenner packaging, the Kenner release, this Cantina adventure set. It's fun in a quirky, hey, look at my wacky colored figures. But if you have the Moss Isley playset, I don't know if you want a cardboard backdrop unless you want to use it for your Black Series Rancor. I just don't understand this. It's like, all right, cool. I feel like this is going to be something we're going to see clearanced out very quickly at Ross. So we'll see. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But that was it for the vintage collection. Nothing from Revenge of the Sith, which was very perplexing. What did they show us on the Black Series front? Did they fix this? Did they make it better for us, for those Black Series collectors like myself? Not quite. They showed off a 2-pack from Rogue One, Ahsoka, Andor, whatever you want to go with here, a Shore Trooper, a Death Trooper. They look great. I really love how these figures look. This is a really solid Army Builder 2-pack. But again, why this set of characters right now? Like I said, these two look really solid. Great looking figures. I will be getting them because I don't have any shore troopers, and the Death Trooper I have does not have this really cool gear that was added onto this. I just have the basic standard one without the pauldron, without the ammo packs, the grenades. So it'll be good to get this added to my collection. Maybe I'll get 2 or 3, especially if they're priced properly where it's cheaper than buying these two figures separately. Here's another look at that set. Really nice. They pose up. They look really cool together. Definitely an army build. Get 2 or 3. They look nice. So now is it time to get back to see some Revenge of the Sith product? Not quite, because there's still more figures from other movies that are not celebrating their anniversary that they needed to get to first. Next up is this guy, the Sand Trooper. And I have the Sand Trooper from way back in the day with the Black Series Wave 1, I believe, Sand Trooper. And I was pulling him out just recently. And I was like, wow, this figure is really old and dated. This looks really good. I mean, check out the helmet detail. Check the sand paint applications. It's really got a sand smear thing going that I think looks really great. I mean, it really has that, is beaten down by the sand and it's just crept up into the armor and it's created this divots, made it really dirty. That looks awesome. I'm definitely going to get this figure because I needed some more Sand Troopers. But again, feels like this wasn't the right time, the most essential time to get a Sand Trooper added to the line, especially when we've got a big milestone that we could be celebrating with some other characters. And we get our first shot at Revenge of the Sith glory with this very key important character that I know is at the top of everybody's wish list. That's Lieutenant Galen. Galen looks cool. He's part of the crew that goes with Ayla Sakura and snipes her down in the back. Bunch of back jumpers. And this figure, really solid, really nice. So let's do a quick breakdown of all of his really cool stuff. So he's got his shoulder pauldrons with that leather-like texture. Awesome. The clone trooper base head sculpt, nice and focused. He's got the ammo belts here across his pauldron. He's got the dual holsters that fit his 2 smaller guns. Check out this new helmet. That looks really nice. It's more on model now, and they made a point to mention that. So that's really cool to see that. The paint work done on the helmet all over. I mean, this is some really nice fading. I love that. It's got some great smearing battle damage look to it. It's chipped. It looks great. Then he's also got a soft goods coat. coat. He also has a soft goods skirt piece here, and that looks good. Great work on this guy. Galen looks awesome. We've got his action pose, so you can see exactly how smooth he moves. And then again, here's another shot at that beautiful work on the paint job. This is a really nicely done figure. I'm like, good stuff. Can't wait to add him to the collection. He's going to be awesome. Then they did something a little bit perplexing because I was all right, cool. They mentioned that they were nearing the end of the retro card of Revenge of the Sith figures and their partnership with Walmart. And I was like, okay, well, where are you going to go with that? What figures are you going to do? Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people would be down to get these figures in this card setup, even if you open it, because it just looks so cool. And they're like, hey, we're going to give you one from a figure you just got that you wanted for a long time, but now we're going to double dip just because we got somebody connected to her. So here's a new Ayla Secura. And by new, I mean she just has a new effect for her lightsaber blade. It's that in motion deal, which I really love. I think it's cool. They should include this with every Jedi figure and every Sith figure because it's just, hey, we never get a ton of accessories with these figures. So another piece for our lightsaber would be welcome and really appreciated. And Ayla is like a really cool character. And I was desperate to get her added to my line when for years we didn't have her. Now, you see here, it looks great. They didn't add anything else to her, no different expression, which might have made it more worthwhile. Like if she had like a serious, intense expression, hey, maybe that's worth buying this figure. But it's just the same figure as before. The only difference is this blade in motion effect piece. So that's a little bit lackluster, I guess, in the sense of oh man, I missed out on this figure. This isn't a bad choice because most people already got the Attack of the Clones Ayla. She didn't have any difference to her look from Clones, Attack of the Clones to Revenge of the Sith. So that works out in the sense of, hey, we're saving you going nuts trying to find an essential character that you wanted here. So that makes sense, I suppose. Next up is another one that kind of makes sense too on that front. It's the Magna Guard, and the Magna Guard looks really cool. And again, this packaging is just amazing. I love that they got that. Hey, who are these two? Who are these bozos up here? Maybe we should get some figures of them. But the Magna Guard, I really love the paint work. It's clearly done with some great intent. Like it's not a cheap slap together bogus paint job. This looks really good. Like we got some scarring, battle damage on it here. Got that red, and it's not too vibrant. It's not like, bam, check it out. It looks really good. And I think they deserve a bow for the work on that figure. It looks amazing. Check it out. We got the soft goods robe, and then you can see a little bit more of that detail. It looks like they got most of the silver points around the eye sockets there. That looks good. Great paint work here. I mean, it's not the chumpy here. Here's two coats of paint. Call it a day. Got a little black, a little blue, metallic blue. Sharp looking figure. I really dig it. So I'm really happy with how this figure turned out. Definitely need some, so I'm going to army build a bunch. But it made me think that, like, hey, for this really cool promotion, it would be really great. I mean, if Walmart just didn't have the exclusive setup for this retro style carding, I mean, shouldn't we get some important characters? And with this being the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, there's still some major characters that haven't been done before in the Black Series line. Basically, I mean, it's been a long time since they've been done in the Vintage collection, too. They need some updates on that front, too. And I was like, wow. I mean, if you were thinking of Revenge of the Sith and you were going like, hey, there's 8 core essential characters. Is the Magna Guard one? Is even Kit Fisto one? Which ones are the key essential characters? And that led me to go, hey, let me just do a basic. I don't even need Chat GPT. Let's do Revenge of the Sith main characters as a Google search. And so you'll see here, hey, we got some images of the really key important characters. Which ones do you think we should have in this line? And so I'm like, hey, that's great. Here's one, and it covers a whole bunch of main characters. Yeah, Padme. We get a Padme figure in this row. Padme's great because she's a perfect action figure candidate because she's got so many looks in all 3 movies where you can never get enough Padme action figures. We got a Mace Windu. I mean, we've got one, so we can just throw him into whatever display you'd like. But we desperately need a new Anakin Skywalker. I mean, it's so drastically overdue. It's crazy. Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah, we need him too. Chewbacca, we don't really need him from Sith. We got an R2D2. That's awesome. We do need a Bail Organa. I mean, here's another one who's a pretty crucial major character from Revenge of the Sith that we don't have in the Black Series collection. So I'm going like, who are the main characters? Let's go with Anakin. Let's go with Obi-Wan. Two, Mace, Darth Sidious. And I know we sort of have one, but we need the full on I'm fighting Yoda in the Senate chambers. Palpatine, Darth Sidious. We could go with another Yoda. I wouldn't be upset with him. Then a Count Dooku. Yeah, because we still need one of him. We got that covered though. And we need Bail Organa. Those are the main core characters. We got a Commander Cody. He's covered. So when you think of the key members of that movie where the film just doesn't make any sense if you were to take them out of it, that's all covered, but we don't have them represented so far to any great acclaim in the Black Series. We got Mace, we got a Yoda that works, and they did re-release a Count Dooku figure, and that guy did get made, did get done from the fine folks at Hasbro with their Walmart setup. We did get an R2D2. We got a 501st to hang out with Anakin as he makes his descent down the dark path. And we got a Commander Cody figure. And this Cody figure is a much needed upgrade over this one that was janky and had bad articulation. So we do have some of these figures. This Cody, he's got the retro carding, and this is a key character. So I mean, it's not a thing that they're doing us a huge favor. But when I went to Walmart, they did have several Codys. We've gotten a ton of these figures, and I just don't quite understand why we didn't get an Anakin. It's not a deal of we're not getting the main characters because Commander Cody's absolutely a main character from that film. Here is the Kit Fisto that I do have. And here you go. You see him there. And he's not available. But anyway, I mean, it's just, this is mind boggling. This is a big anniversary year for Revenge of the Sith. Even if you didn't want to put these guys out in this packaging, I know there's still time. There's still months left in this year, but we desperately need a newly tooled, better articulation, very similar to the Darth Maul versions of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin and Obi-Wan. We need Padme in her, you're going down a path I can't follow. A baby bump showing. We need a Bail Organa to take Leia away. I mean, we need that final battle, sinister, snarling face, Darth Sidious. Take a Moss Armada figure too. I mean, they still need a lot of figures to handle from Revenge of the Sith, and we need those guys, especially with this big anniversary milestone year. So hopefully we'll see some more. This May the 4th reveals didn't quite deliver what I was hoping to see, but maybe we'll see some later on as 2025 rolls through. What did you think of these reveals? Are you looking forward to grabbing more of these figures? They also made it a little bit more fun because these pre-orders go up on May the 4th, and the Walmart exclusives, the Ayla, the Magna Guard, are going to be available at 10 a.m. So for some of y'all, you might be at church at 10 a.m. Like, excuse me, Pastor, I've got to pre-order these figures 10 a.m. And then the others go up for pre-order at 1 p.m. So it's gonna be a little bit of weirdness, a little bit of craziness going on May the 4th. So hopefully you're in front of your TV watching Star Wars and then have that alarm set to watch this stuff and pre-order them. But anyway, we'll get it all figured out. Let me know which Revenge of the Sith figures you still need to see from your line for your dream setup, because I feel like they still have so many more to do for me. But let's break it all down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.